You might think that achieving effortless success anytime, anywhere is purely a product of unyielding willpower. However, the reality is much deeper. It's often the result of disciplined training, like in the White Room, where the brain is conditioned to crave hard work. But what if I told you that this concept isn't just fiction? In this video, I'll introduce you to a scientifically backed framework that can turn self-improvement into an addictive and irresistible habit. Before we dive into the framework, it's important to understand how addiction begins. Let's take the example of social media. Why is something as simple as scrolling so compelling? Research reveals 3 primary reasons it stimulates our senses, provides instant dopamine, and is incredibly easy to engage with. Together, these factors trigger a powerful dopamine surge, one of the most addictive responses in the human body. The framework I'm about to share leverages this science. It includes 2 methods to stimulate your senses, 2 ways to boost dopamine, and 2 strategies to make self-improvement easier and more engaging. And at the end, we'll uncover the hidden reason behind your lack of drive for hard work. A game-changing habit. Let's begin with visual stimulation. A simple yet transformational habit is to turn your calendar into a scoreboard. Mark every successful day of habit completion with a red cross. This technique utilizes visual reinforcement to strengthen your habit loop. Just as streaks on social media platforms like Snapchat motivate users, a growing chain of red crosses on your calendar serves as a cue, reminding you of your goals. Studies, including one published in the European Journal of Social Psychology, have shown that forming habits takes an average of 66 days. By tracking your progress visually, you reinforce the habit loop of cue, routine, and reward, making consistent effort feel rewarding and even addictive. Using binaural beats, just like visual cues, auditory stimulation can optimize your mental state and make hard work enjoyable. One powerful tool is binaural beats. When tones of slightly different frequencies are played in each ear, your brain perceives a third tone called a binaural beat. This auditory phenomenon, particularly with 40Hz binaural beats, has been shown to enhance cognitive functions like focus and concentration. Over time, this increased productivity can create a positive association with your self-improvement activities, turning them into something you actively crave. Remember to use headphones and keep the volume low for the best effect. Building momentum. The second principle of addiction involves ease and instant gratification, much like social media. This is where the snowball technique shines. The concept is simple. Start your day with small, easy-to-accomplish tasks that offer immediate rewards. These small wins release dopamine, propelling you toward bigger challenges. For instance, begin by making your bed. This simple task provides a quick sense of accomplishment. Follow it with drinking a glass of water to feel healthy and energized. Gradually transition to more demanding tasks, like working on assignments or intense workouts. This incremental approach builds momentum, making even the hardest tasks feel achievable. A dopamine reset. Incorporating naturally gratifying habits like cold showers can further enhance your self-improvement journey. While initially uncomfortable, cold showers trigger a prolonged dopamine release, preparing you to tackle challenges throughout the day. Unlike the dopamine spikes from gaming or social media, which lead to a crash, cold showers provide a steady dopamine curve, keeping your motivation balanced and sustained. Rewiring your dopamine system. Now that we've laid the groundwork, it's time to address a crucial issue: dopamine desensitization. Most people need excessive stimulation to feel motivated, but here's the good news: you don't have to meditate for hours to fix this. The key lies in redefining how you take breaks. Avoid engaging in dopamine-heavy activities like scrolling TikTok between tasks. Instead, make your breaks as boring as possible. Stare at a wall or sit quietly. This practice recalibrates your dopamine receptors, making even mundane tasks more rewarding. Similarly, avoid filling in between moments with distractions like music or social media. Use these opportunities to ground yourself in the present, boosting your focus and drive. Extrinsic vs. Intrinsic. Finally, let's uncover the root of your motivation. Motivation can be extrinsic or intrinsic. Extrinsic motivation, fueled by external rewards like money or praise, is like fossil fuel, temporary and depleting. Intrinsic motivation, however, arises from within and is self-sustaining. For example, you listen to music for the joy it brings, not just to finish the song. To shift from extrinsic to intrinsic motivation, focus on 5 key drivers: curiosity, mastery, autotelicity, purpose, and autonomy. Cultivate curiosity by immediately applying what you learn. Break goals into smaller, achievable steps to foster mastery. Engage in activities for their own sake to embrace autotelicity. Reflect on the greater impact of your actions to find purpose. Lastly, set personal goals to experience autonomy and self-driven motivation.